Hey YouTube, I'm here today to share one of my most recent journeys, and that is my journey to clear skin. I have struggled with acne since about the age of 11 or 12, which is right around the time that my hormones started going out of whack. I'm now in my late 20s, so you can do the math. I've dealt with acne for over 10 years. I have tried pretty much everything that you can think of, everything over the counter. I've gone to a dermatologist. I've tried the oil cleansing method. I've tried pretty much anything that you can think of. The one thing that I've ever tried that has been the most successful in clearing me up has been the Acne.org regimen. And that is what I'm going to be attempting to do again. You might ask why, if it cleared me up the first time that I tried it, did I not continue with that? I did not necessarily stop this regimen altogether. The regimen has very specific instructions on how to find success and to get clear skin, on not only the products that you're using or the type of products that you're using, but the way that you use those products. And so I got kind of lazy and comfortable and stopped using them exactly the way that the regimen called for. And I also traveled for a couple of months and accidentally left the main ingredient from the regimen at home, and so that really kind of made my skin go crazy and threw everything out of whack. So what I'm attempting to do is to go back to the very specific instructions on how to follow the regimen and finding my way back to clear skin. So to give you a little bit of an understanding of what I'm dealing with here, you can see right here I have some active acne. So I usually break out in the cheek area, sometimes in my chin. I've more recently, in the past couple of years, started breaking out on my chest a little bit more, as you can probably see. But I am going to try to rid myself of all of that, of both the active acne and the hyperpigmentation that you see that's left behind underneath from when the acne actually went away. I have scars. So I'm going to show you the 3 main steps of the regimen and an additional step that is not required, but is suggested if you're looking for wonderful skin. And I will intermittently check in to show you how the regimen is working for me. So let's get started. All right, the first step in everyone's regimen should be to start with a clean face. I used to believe that in order to actively combat acne that you needed a cleanser that had some harsh acne fighting medicine in it, but I've since come to believe that you need to separate that step and just start with something that gently cleans your face. So what I use is this CVS Daily Facial Cleanser. It is the generic brand of Cetaphyl, and Cetaphyl is just a very gentle cleanser, and it is very similar to the cleanser that is sold at Acne.org. The wonderful thing about Acne.org, before I go on, is that it was started by Daniel Kern, who is someone who suffered from acne for several years and then finally found this regimen that worked for him, and decided to share it with other people. And so he created the website Acne.org, which is not only a product-pushing website. He does have products online that are the specific types of products that work for him. However, he also has a community of people who are sharing different things that have worked for them, different regimens, all of that kind of information, and just really a support network that's very helpful. So if you don't want to buy these specific products, he has other products that work very similarly that you can get on the ground. And so it's a very helpful website. If you would like to know more, you should definitely visit that website, and it tells you step by step to the very last detail how you should be using these products. So I start with cleansing, and then after I clean, if I wash my face in the shower, then I wait about 10 to 15 minutes to let it dry before I move to the next step. If I wash my face just at the sink, then I wait about 5 minutes until I move to the next step. And the next step is actually the treatment. It's the meat of the regimen, and that is something that looks like this. The main ingredient in this is 2.5% benzoyl peroxide. So you may have used benzoyl peroxide before in some of your other products. The interesting thing about why this works differently is because it's a lower percentage than what you might find in some other products, but you use a lot more, and that's a very important part. Benzoyl peroxide is extremely drying, but that's how it helps your acne out. It will dry out your skin to the point that the acne just doesn't live anymore. So you slowly work up to using 2 full pumps if you have the kind that's in a pump, or basically I just put 2 lines of this treatment on my fingers, and then I gently spread it out over my face. I take about 3 minutes total. That's how gently and kind of slowly that I rub it in, and then allow that to dry for at least 15 minutes. And then after the treatment, the final step is the moisturizer. Again, it's important to know that all of these, the last 2 products that I showed are specifically from the acne.org website, but they do have other options to show you products that will work the same that you can get from the local drugstore. So the important thing about the moisturizer, which after the treatment is necessary because it is so drying, your skin will go through a period of being so dry, red and flaky, it almost feels like you're breaking a new skin. Your skin will be kind of scaly and tight, and it's not fun, but it's a necessary step in order to get to that clear and smooth skin. And so I use 2 pumps of this as well, or 2 lines. It ends up being about a quarter size amount, and gently rub that in. So I'm going to show you the way that I do that now. Okay. Okay. So one of the important things about this regimen is that the gentle application of the products is almost as important as the products, because you don't want to do anything that's going to irritate your skin, because that will exacerbate the acne that is already trying to take your skin over. So you just really slowly rub this in. Okay. And that's the last official step of the regimen. And so you are supposed to do this twice a day. I have been doing this, following the regimen in exactly this way for a week and 2 days now, and I have already seen an extreme difference in the way that my skin has responded, as opposed to the way that I was using the regimen before. I was not using as much benzoyl peroxide. I was not moisturizing with this product, and in a week's time, basically, I have had the dry, very scaly, kind of red, irritated, itchy skin, and I'm now getting to the point where my skin still feels a little dry and a little irritated, but not half as much. And I've already seen my breakouts go down tremendously, and I can tell that it is very much so working. The difference is that it usually will not take usually won't take a week. It usually takes about 6 weeks for this product to work for most people. The reason why I was able to use the entire amount of benzoyl peroxide is because I had been using a certain amount beforehand. So my skin was used to a smaller amount, and I went ahead and ramped up to that entire dosage. Okay. So now you can see it's fully absorbed in my skin. I'm going to show you the last product that I will be using in the evening, in place of the step of the moisturizing that I just did, and that is this product. It's Alpha Hydroxy Plus. So Alpha Hydroxy is kind of a little miracle worker. What it does is it's a product that smooths and regenerates new skin cells cells. So it helps with both making your skin, your complexion look very smooth, but then it also helps with getting rid of that old dead skin, and it helps with hyperpigmentation for that reason. And so it has been said that if you want clear skin, then all you need to do is the first 3 steps of the regimen. If you want amazing skin, then you want to use this, because that's really going to enhance your results. The reason why I don't use this as a moisturizer in both the morning and the evening is because it is a product that makes your skin even more sensitive to the sun. And because I'm not using a sunscreen in this regimen at this point, I don't have that type of moisturizer, then I don't want my skin to be any more irritated than it's already going to be going through this benzoyl peroxide. So those are the main steps of the regimen. I'm going to leave all of the information down below in the description bar. If you have any questions, please also leave them below. But I will check in intermittently and let you know how my skin is doing. And I hope that this information is helpful to someone. Bye.